Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. I apologize for the late start, but we are back. We're finally here with Peripeteia. So, someone in the comments of the last VOD said, hey, you know there's a guy that you spawn right in front of who you can talk to who tells you everything you need to do in the level. Why didn't you talk to him? Which is this guy. But the thing is, I don't think you can blame me for that because there's generic Polish soul. Okay, well, the one guy went away, but he was here before. He must have gotten deleted in the save. There's generic Polish soldier NPCs who won't talk to you, so I assumed he was just one of those. There's no reason to believe that you can actually talk to this guy. And also, you have to talk to this guy. Also, Marie just isn't looking at him, so that's interesting. But anyway. Do you need something? What is this place? An old station. Fairly pretty, isn't it? Well, if you like industrial architecture. I do, though. It's a shame that most people miss the natural attractiveness inherent to metal and grout. You like industrial architecture? It's hard not to. I was raised in a refinery district. Spent my whole life under leaking gas drainages. What's the appeal? It towers over you. You can see its guts like a stuck fish. Pick out how it works. I learned some skills that way. Let me work as an engineer for a while. I'll probably go back to it once my mandatory service ends. How long do you have left? God knows that, dear. I thought I was going in for a few weeks. Turns out it was a few months. Then it was... what year is it? Were you propagandized towards it? During the communist era? Not really. I was 5 when that ended, and my father worked hard to keep my eyes off posters and set towards Polonia. Isn't that its own form of propagandization? Insomuch as teaching your child how to hold a fork or wear clothes is propaganda. He taught me what was good for me. And the government could not? The government wants workers. The father wants sons. I want to go to the other conversation branch. Hang on. What's the appeal? Were you propagandized again? He had good goals in mind. He was a good man. Worked his whole life in factories. Back then, you could always get work, that was for sure. When was it built? Wouldn't know, I'm from Rockla. The city has only opened up recently, and the Reds burned a lot of documents when we drove them out. I presume you're no local either. Can you give me some directions? Well, I can tell you where not to go. What's in front of me? A statue of old Pilduski. We had to drag that here ourselves. There are a lot of Lenins before. To your northwest from there is a bunch of rotting architecture left by retarded modernists. Well, actually, some of it is pretty, I guess. The piping is, anyhow. Do you know how much I'd give to live in that grain elevator down the road? They have us barracking in here, but I want to explore it when I can. What's to the right of me? Blocked off pathway that we blasted to keep the commies out. They were dead set on controlling the transport here. They've been riled up lately in general. If you go past the blasted pedway, you're putting your fate in your own hands. Where is the danger? There's been shooting at one of our apartment blocks near the granary and past the Pilduski statue. Northwest. Our boys have been holding down the area. Me? I'm glad to be up here. I hate seeing perfectly good architecture get fragged. I can't help but have a certain nostalgia for the mass-produced sprawl we now spill blood in. Where can I go to get wasted? The bar is to your right, but they run dry often. Last week we caught some homeless straggler drinking the train's brakes just to keep liquid. I almost blew his brains out for such flagrant violation of safety standards. Oh wait, hold on. One more thing. Where is work? If you want work, go talk to the commander in the apartment blocks to the northwest of the station. You'll need to go down the walkways and climb the roofs since we blew up the normal paths. Okay. And finally, who are you? Franciszek Joseph, a professional soldier of 2 years and self-taught engineer of several more. Nice to meet you. Likewise. Wait, okay. The other conversation branch. Do they call you Franz Joseph for short? Do I look inbred to you? I don't get that joke. That must be a cultural reference. Cultural reference that I am not equipped to understand. So, to get to the main plot of the area, we gotta go this way. See, oops. Oh, there's a nice seam. See, I went here the first playthrough, but I thought there was nothing down here. I wonder how you're supposed to get here without... I guess you're not? Without the F2. Yep. Ooh. Speaking of parkour. There we go. Hey, your eyes. You're a contractor, aren't you? Yes, I was told there was a situation here. Yeah, you can call it that. There's a bunch of Reds downstairs. They blasted into the server room and they're trying to get data. On what, we can't say. Do you have a preference for how they should be dealt with? We can provide you a non-lethal option if you'd like. I'd rather you gave me something more potent. Here, we can spare you one... Grenade. Does it work? Okay, well, alright. Go kill commies, alright. Sounds like a plan to me. Was that a friend or a... Oh, that's a tripwire. Oh, a hovering chair. Neat. Where's the... Oh, there's the grenade. Okay, well now I have 2 grenades. My cup runneth over. Are you a bad guy? You're a bad guy. Bad guys get the shotgun. Oh, that was a... Ooh. Ouchie. Okay, well... Oh, that took me all the way back here. Well... Why is my gun not firing? Why is my gun not firing? Why is my gun not firing? Okay. Why is my gun not firing? What? 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 So, gun no worky. Am I gonna have to run all the way back and buy another gun? I'll just take this, guys. Let me... So, get nice and close, slow things down. Give him the old chop. Okay, hurry up and die, please, because, okay, take his gun. Okay. Quickly, use his gun. Let me also use a fuse. There we go, so I can stay slowed down. And then blam. And then swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Jump over the bullets. Hi. Greetings. Oops. Hold on, let me pump. There we go. Let me just... Oops. Okay, well, I'm out of ammo. I'll just give you the old choppy. There we go. Who else? Ooh, you else. Okay. Well, you know what? You're gonna get the stab. In a second. Just give me a moment. There we go. Get the stab. Alright, now I'm going to run away. That was fun. Let me just use a fuse. In fact, I'll use 2 of these fuse. There we go. And then remove mag. Fill mag. Don't get killed as you do this. AK assigned to 2. Shotgun assigned to 3. We are now gaming.
Aye, aye.
Welcome back, Missed One. Good to have you here again.
So, what do you think was the problem?
Just computers. It just needed to reboot. Part of the problem is that my system is just kinda unstable in general. Because it's on Wayland, and... I don't know. I don't know if Wayland just isn't ready for prime time, or my distro just doesn't have Wayland set up right. Which sucks, because when I first installed it, this distro worked really well. I'm on Garuda. But it has gotten worse and worse as it's been updated. Because Garuda is built on Arch, and Arch is a rolling release. distro, so that means that it doesn't have releases. Stuff just kind of gets updated when it gets updated. So that means there's an infinite number of combinations of versions things can be in. And you kind of just roll the dice every time you update. And that ends up subtly breaking things. So one of these days when I have time, which will not happen for a while, I'm going to need to reinstall my operating system from scratch. But lately, I have kind of a side gig that pays a little bit. No, it pays $40 an hour. It's not bad money. The problem is they give you like 15 minutes worth of work every other day. Because they brought too many people in, and now, you know, you have to sit there hitting the refresh button for work to come in, and then it all gets snapped up in a couple minutes. But they've been giving me some really hard work that pays well. It pays even more than, like, they have a little bonus pay. It's like $44 an hour. And it's really hard, so there's a lot of it. So I've just been doing nothing but working for them for the last couple days. Eventually I'm gonna have to, you know, take the trash out, because it's getting kind of stinky in here. But I've been spending every waking moment working because I am broke. And the work goes away if you don't do it. You don't snap it up while they give it to you. But it seems like there'll be a couple more days worth of work, so I can make a couple $1,000s if I just work all day every day. And then I'll have some slack time. And I have 2 job interviews tomorrow. So we'll see how those go. Although one of them wants me to move to California, which at one point I would have considered a fate worse than death. Send him to California. No! And it's not like a nice part of California. It's right in the fucking San Francisco Bay. Right above the hellmouth. But, yeah, it beats the hell out of being broke.
Good to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. These are just initial interviews. I would say, for each one, there's a 90% chance that it'll go nowhere. Are those people? I think so. Well, they're communists. I wouldn't call them people, but they turned in their people card when they became communists. I am now out of ammo. I'm also running out of battery.
So you might be going from interacting with virtual communists to Earl One.
Yeah, precisely. And, you know, those ones you aren't, not quite as easy to deal with. Although they don't usually shoot. That was a friendly. Okay. Lesson learned. Identify who people are before you shoot them in the face with a shotgun. I got turned around and they sent me right back toward my own guys. Nap time for you, sir. Oop. Can't aim. Cannot aim. Oop. Short controlled bursts. There we go. I no longer feel like standing here and picking these guys off one by one, so let's just go down. But yeah, it's, you know, on one hand, I'll be in a much more populated area. There'll be, and you know, that's where the tech people hang out. It's just that, you know, they're not in my side of the tech scene. The phrase I'm thinking of is near group versus far group, or out group versus far group, rather. So, In social psychology, people, human beings have in-group and out-group, so us and them. And I believe it was Scott Alexander who coined the phrase far group. He said, well, you don't hate the people, I don't hate people in Mongolia, I don't give a crap about them, even though I have way more in common with the average blue-haired screecher than, presumably, a Mongolian steppe person. But the thing is, the Mongolian steppe people are far away. If I want to learn about the practices of the steppe people, I read about them, I might even visit, but ultimately my home is on the other side of the planet. Nothing they do really affects me. So I don't get mad at them for being different. The problem is the people who are almost like you, but not quite, and live right next to you. Those are the people you end up fighting with. So in truth, you might be better off surrounded by people who are nothing like you than people who are just on the wrong side of your social sphere. But there are, I don't know. For a while, the big city, if I have to move to a big city, I was thinking Austin, because there's more of a tech right presence there, even though, Austin is still pretty the way it is. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I moved to the middle of nowhere specifically to get away from all the crazy, but when you move to the middle of nowhere, you end up not being around anybody. And it is hard to form a family, motherfucker, when you are not near other people. Or I can just use my AI engineering skills to build offspring from scratch, the hard way. But I would like to have some the natural way as well. Ah, that's the goal right there. That's what I'm going for, okay. Let's perhaps get in the habit of saving. Okay, we've explored this area multiple times. There's nothing here. It does kind of suck how often there's just nothing in an area. I understand, this game's team is only so large, but still. Yeah, the reason the stream was delayed was because I was doing some of that work. And I was working on a piece of software for about 6 hours, and then it was almost done. I was putting just the finishing touches on it. And I was like, oh crap, this is going to run into my stream time, but I'll finish this up. I'll make, a couple $100. And then my system crashed, and I lost everything. But I still, the part of a computer program that matters is not actually the code, it's the... What? Oh. This is a walk-through fridge. Nice. It's the design. It is the results of the process of building it. So it'll only take me a few hours to get it back, and when I do get it back, it'll be better than my original, so...
So they actually pay per hour.
Yep, I'm a wagey. I'm no longer salaried. Oh god. Coming at me on all sides. Oops, that was a miss, and that was a death. Alright. Well. The nice thing about being paid per hour is, you know, I'm the kind of guy who can work all day. So you can just work a 12-hour day if you want. I mean, when I was salaried, I was working 12-hour days half the time anyway, and only getting paid for 8, so... Of course, I was also getting paid significantly more per hour. And also... tax withholding. But... ugh, okay. Talk about the video game, not the... Talking about money is gonna make me depressed. Whatever, what's that for?
Speaking of YGs,
I'll take a look at that, Ooh, hello! There's 2 of you. I did not expect that. But that's fine. Oh god, what's happening? What's that? Where's my sword? There's my sword. Got stuck in the
probably
computer.
after stream, yeah.
Hello. I don't know how you forgot. Well, he forgot where I was, but that didn't save me. That's fine. We will approach that situation a little bit differently. Absolutely fine. I can deal with that. Not a problem at all. F4. Oops, that was the wrong button. Ooh, okay. Go ahead and shoot your friend. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. I should probably not walk right into the gunfire, but that's fine. Ah, yeah, okay. So that approach didn't work. Let's try to deal with them not quite all at once. By making use of a grenade. Where are they? Where'd they go? They're gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's this one. Hello? Have one of these. My treat. Oh, that got a couple of them. Yeah, these guys have short memories, huh? That's fine. Now his memory's even shorter, because I shot him in the head. That makes sense, right? No? Just hold still. No, stop moving. You make this way harder when you squirm around. Okay. Let's try this thing. Can I puppeteer from up here? I'm a poet and I don't know it. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. These people are entirely unable to look up. They just can't figure it out. Where is this coming from? I guess they'll never know. F2 so I don't break my legs. I broke my legs anyway. My screen is going crazy because I have a concussion. Oh, I really do. Oh no. There's nothing I can do about that. I guess this stream presented in Blurrovision. Welcome to Concussion Simulator. Roadside Picnic. I understand that reference. What did that do? I'm too concussed to understand what that did. Okay, well, I sure hope that did something. I'm pretty sure that got us the thing that the commander wants. Oh, there's still more. Okay. But wait, there's more. Act now. And get shot. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Oh, okay. Did that set me back to... It did, didn't it? Okay, you know what? I don't want to deal with those guys. I'm going to leave them for the PSR guys to deal with. And I'm going to jump up the way... No, okay. I'm going to jump up this computer, and then this pipe, and then this pipe. And then I'm going to smash my legs. Okay, cool. I'm going to get a running start. There we go. Okay. Ah, if I turn on my night vision, I can actually see a little bit.
Using night vision goggles cures brain concussion.
That was a bad guy. I thought that was my friend. Well, they're built in. They're not goggles. But it still doesn't make a ton of sense. But I am not complaining. I am complaining about the fact that you can only use it while you have battery. Oh, there's quite a few of them. Okay, well, here I was thinking we were almost done, but no. That's fine. Is there a better way to go that I can maybe avoid all that? Possibly. I'm also slowly running out of battery, and once I lose my battery, I will not be able to see anything. Okay, that's one fewer. That's two fewer. That's a miss is what that is. That, well, he didn't notice. These guys have awful hearing. I mean, they keep, spraying those guns everywhere. All they hear is ee. Hit him from the back. Only got one.
At least he started to run away upon being shot at.
That's true. Although instead of taking cover, he ran and...
Pretty good for a game AI.
Well, he did, instead of taking cover, run and push his face into the wall. So that's not really ideal, but... Hello? You saw nothing?
Did you tell him to face the wall?
No, I guess he just knew.
It's time.
Alright, we'll go with the sword. Practice my stabbing. Get off my sword. You know, if Marie is strong enough that she can hold up her sword with a grown man hanging off it, can't she just, you know, reach out and Just squish their heads like a cherry tomato. I don't know why I said tomato like that. Ah, yes, my favorite food, the tomato. Why does this keep happening? Man, there's all kinds of things that keep happening, huh? Okay, I don't think we can fool this guy. Let me... There we go. Ah, he still has friends. It's good to hear. I'm glad he has
It's shish
friends.
kebab anti-gravity tech sword.
Must be. Swiggity swooty, coming for that booty. Alright. Man, there's more of them going out than there were coming in. Keep missing. I should have went and got that sniper rifle. Hi. Yes, keep facing the wall, that's fine. Oops, well, no. Uh-huh. I already... Ooh, I did not already loot. Okay, wait for you to come around the corner. I like how they don't... They just stumble right around the corner and they don't, even though he knows I'm there. What? Okay, why do I keep missing these? Okay. I mean, my character is concussed. Her depth perception might be a little disrupted. Hi. Okay. That's one fewer. Let me eat a battery so that maybe my vision won't be so gribbly. There we go. Okay. Batteries. Yum, yum. Okay, that guy saw me. And then he forgot about me. And then I missed. Okay. Is he gonna forget about me again? Yes. Interesting. I missed again. All right. Oh, and he just took that. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay. It all worked out in the end. More shotgun shells. I don't know why right-clicking sometimes...
Seems you're not the only one in the game who's concussed.
I guess so. I mean, I guess they could be drunk. Wouldn't put it past them. Okay, let's get back to the commander and turn this in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's doing his little happy dance. Is the job done? I've got the data packet. It's taken care of. Good work. Take this back to the commander at the train station. In the meantime, we'll look over a copy and try to figure out what they were after. I won't lie to you, their movements have been unusual today. I didn't do this for charity, you know. What do you expect out of me, 1,000,000 zloty? Not much, but it takes resources to do this sort of thing. Give me some ordnance at least. Fine, take this. Now go! Doink. Why am I concussed again? What? Oh, he gave me gas grenades. There's a battery. Okay, the battery will at least let me see. And that's that. Okay, well... Well... How do I get back up? How are you supposed to get back there? See, naively, I would have said, oh, because, you know, in Deus Ex, Honestly, one of the big problems with Deus Ex is that the game is designed so that even if you don't have any of the right augmentations and no resources, you can still navigate everything. The problem is that that means that, you can stockpile your augmentations or stockpile your resources, and you can, there's always several different routes to get anywhere. You end up always finding the cheap route. So there's no reason to actually, because you can always take the cheap route, there's no actual reason to get any of the augmentations. They're just kind of in case you want them. And it's becoming clear that this game does not do that. If you are out of juice and you can't use the enhanced movement aug, you cannot go anywhere. I'm starting to think I'm going to have to reload from the start. So now we know the layout of the level. Let me see, just triple check that there's nothing I can grab from this guy that might help me. I'm pretty sure I already took everything. Ballistic reinforcement, don't want these grenades. Do want the medical kit, that will help. Honestly, the thermoptic camo, I would rather just have the inventory space. The electric pod sucks, I don't want it. But I will take this AK. That I will take. So let's do this right and try to be a little bit more conservative with our resources. Hello. All right, well, we're off to a bad start. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to reload, honestly. There we go. Can I attract their attention with my saber? No? Okay. Okay. Now follow that up with the sword. There we go. Now you're cooking with the sword. Remove mag. Ah ha 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 ha! Okay, let's not get ambushed unaware. There we go. Okay, well there goes my saber. Just hose him down. All right. Come around the corner. I'm gonna come visit. Come on. Why do I keep completely whiffing these shotgun shots? Hi! Well, I was not ready for that. Okay. Okay, so this one... This is when we want to use our speedy augment. Wow, they really, getting shot from up close really hurts. I'm beginning to realize. There we go. Okay, that used most of my juice and my health. So that's not ideal. Let me just use all of these batteries. Here we go. So now I'm thinking maybe I just want to jump down there and just put him to the sword. Okay, well I shouldn't have done that. Let's maybe sneakily kill these guys. What's interesting is that it seems like if you get a headshot, no one notices at all. I think that's a little overpowered, maybe. Okay, that used a bunch of battery. Okay, I'm getting shot in the back. Alright, you know, that brought my health so low that I can't, I just can't, so I'm going to reload. I'm going to deal with these guys. Those batteries I ate are ticking. Wow, I can't hit anything. Let's try that one more time. There we go. That's one. That's two. There we go. Okay. Now we need to be ready for the guy who runs up at us from here. Okay, I was ready, but I was not accurate. That's fine. Yeah, you would think they would know better than to follow you around a corner. Oh, well, they're... Okay, well, I mean, it worked out for them. Okay. Let's not screw that up. There we go. Always look both ways before entering an enemy-controlled corridor. Not a corridor. There's no such thing as a corridor. That isn't a real word. You know, I'm wondering where all those people we ran into on the last run, where they are right now. Ah, the bathroom window. I remember being told about that. Turn around. Turn around. You know what? Don't turn around. Now he's turning around. And now he forgot where I was. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Okay. Well. There we go. Ah, there you are. I think. There's so much crap on the screen and it's so dark it's hard to tell when you're looking at somebody. There we go. Okay. This one's going a little bit better. How did those guys get up there? Did they find a ladder, and then they climbed the ladder, and then their buddies took the ladder away? Must be. I remember one time my father was making me carry wood into the basement. We had a wood-fired furnace. So we would chop down a tree out in the forest. We'd split it into logs. And then we had to carry the logs into the basement where the furnace was. And the stairs collapsed from under me while I was carrying logs. And I was fine, but then there were no stairs to get out of the basement. I don't know how I fell one story onto bare concrete and remained unhurt. I guess I'm just that tough. And then he yelled at me because the stairs broke, as if that was somehow my fault, when he was the one who built those stairs. And then, luckily, there was a ladder down there, so I could actually get out. But if there had not been a ladder, that would have been a sticky situation. Uh-huh. So the moral of the story is make sure you have a ladder. I guess the actual moral of the story is don't go into any place where you don't have at least 2 plans for how you're going to get out. There we go. That's probably good advice to keep in mind. I don't have that grenade, do I? No. That's probably why they give you that grenade. They put this level feature in here, and they're like, man, I wish I could drop grenades on people. You should have the commander give the player a grenade, except I didn't get the grenade. I thought I didn't need it, I guess. So now I don't have it. And I am out of solutions. Okay. This is a job for... This is probably what the battery is... where's the battery? Okay, well, I have the small battery. That's fine. That does still help. Let me... F4. That's F5. This is F4. Okay. We activate slow-mo. Where are they? Ah, hello. Ah, just in time. Okay, well that was a waste, but that's absolutely fine. Okay. Oh, well now this is happening. I hit the wrong button again. Okay, now we hit slow-mo. Okay. Let's try that one more time. Uh-huh. Okay. We'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Like so. And then there was one. Okay, use my battery. F4. There we go. Now we're the cool guy. Bam. Okay. There we go. That's how you're supposed to use that. And the other thing is... Huh? Okay. Well... that was the last of my ammo. He is one with the wall now. We cannot reach him.
He found the glitch in the Matrix.
He disconnected. His ping got too high. But yeah, the big debate over, was that Hassan Piker saying, streaming is so much harder than your 9 to 5. Well, it's, as jobs go, while it's not easy, I would say streaming is probably... Frankly, I'm really spoiled because I'm a programmer. So I get to, work from home and work at a desk. Don't have to do hard physical labor, and you get paid, $70,000 a year right out of my first job. So I'm pretty spoiled. My idea of what constitutes hard work is a little a little warped by that. And honestly, I feel like this long unemployment has given me some perspective because, you know, here I am doing this side gig, like being like, oh man, a mere $40 an hour for indoor work at my computer at home. And I don't have to put pants on, you know. Oh, that's so far beneath me. Like, man, most people, the average person would cut off their pinky toe to get $40 an hour without having to leave their house. I don't even want what this guy is going to give to me. Okay. So now we can actually get back to where we once belonged. We're still pretty chewed up, but at least we didn't use all our health items.
Streaming might be easy if you got the gift of the gab.
Yeah. Even that's a skill you have to learn. You gotta wonder how much of what people call talent is really just people beginning to learn a skill early. Because, you know, I'm an insanely good programmer, and part of it might be because when I was born, my brain was laid out in a way that programming is easy. But it's mostly because, you know, I started when I was 7 years old, and I kept practicing continuously. And so by the time I started my first actual job, I was really good because I'd been doing it for so long. So it's like, oh man, this girl is such a talented singer. She was at the level of a professional singer when she was 15. Well, maybe she was born with it. Maybe she just started early. You know, even with all my advantages, I still can't seem to get back up there.
It's IRE both.
It's usually both. I don't know why the TTS glitched there. Yeah. I mean, also, if you are talented at something naturally, you will likely be drawn to it.
I'm amazed, especially by some women on here who come off like they just naturally never shut up.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know who would want to listen to the kind of person who just never shuts up. Oh, this was here the entire time. Yeah, I mean, I run into people like that offline, but generally, I would not tune in to hear them never shut up. Okay, we gotta use our fuse. It seems like there's a limited number of those fuses per level. Okay, now I'm just stuck in the... What? Okay. But yeah, some people, I mean, they just switch on the charm and they're entertaining for... this is a glitch. I'm not supposed to be here. Oh. That's the back face of those stairs. Where the how... I don't understand. How am I supposed to get back to where I came from? Do I have to go down to go up? Yeah, and meanwhile, I, you know, have barely spoken to anyone over my entire lifetime. You remember how it was when I started streaming. I could only go for 45 minutes because my vocal cords were so weak. And that was after preparing. I had already been training my voice. There was a time when my vocal cords just rotted away entirely and I didn't even notice. Because I just never talked to anybody. I had to build them back up. But even if nothing comes of this whole streaming thing, I mean, A, we had a lot of fun. And B, I gained a little bit more mastery over my voice. Yeah, okay, so... the only way I can think of to get the hell out of here is by going that way that we found. That must be what the developers intended us to do. Because we cannot get back the way we came, I don't think. So that's fine.
It would be nice to have some climbing gear in this game.
Yeah, a grappling hook would be pretty great. No, shoot. Okay, now my gun doesn't work. What the fuck? Oh, because it was... yeah, no, guns don't work if they're not loaded. That is a thing. Not very perceptive. Let's see, can I really just... Yeah, I can just ignore all of this. That's absolutely fine. I am okay with simply not engaging. As in Peripeteia, as on Twitter, simply do not engage with the communists. They're simply not worth your time. Ah, I remember this grenade. Where? Last time there were a bunch of guys coming down this corridor. They must... I guess the AI has no limits to where it can go. I guess they can just... If they hear a noise all the way over here, they'll come all the way over here. In fact, yeah, the guy that we ran into on the roof this time, I ran into him here that time. So did his AI hear me shooting up there and then just path all the way here? That's pretty cool, actually, if that's actually what's happening. There is a reason that most games don't work that way, but it is neat that this one does. If the game doesn't intend for you to go this way, then why do the NPCs call your attention to it? Yeah, you see, these guys, like, those guys down there are supposed to be here, but they just completely wandered off. So, the commander down there told me to talk to the commander here. Is that this guy? No. So to whom was he referring? So we're kind of back where we started. Oh! Hey, we've received transmission from the boys at the apartment complex. You've got the packet, right? Yeah, I've got it. Good, we've managed to decode it. They were looking for the codes to overload the reactor to the northwest of here, but there's no time to talk. We need you back out there. What's happening? The commies failed to get the codes, but we have evidence they're building up a huge force. You need to get their base. It's the northeast of here on the Pedway. We need you to kill or incapacitate their leader and get his data off him. I'm pretty sure I already did. If our theory is correct, we're in for some serious shit. Kill him. What sort of shit? This entire sector exploding into irradiated dirt levels of shit, and that includes you. And your evidence for this? Are you seriously asking us for proof right now? Just go out there and follow orders. It's just a question. Directives and data found on the corpses there. They couldn't erase their orders quick enough for our hackers to get in. What? We had a whole comm station set up. They found something in a bunker near here, and we don't know what. But it's enough for them to have brought a significant amount of operators in. Ah, that might be my bunker. Godspeed out there, and good luck for the future of all. And yeah, I already got the objective. You begin to transmit the data from the tablet back to the commanders at the station. A voice comes through. Hello, this is Commander Alexei. Come in, mercenary, it says. I am here. We received your transmission. We have orders. Understood. There were plans present here showing a huge push from insurrectionists tonight. They're trying to take out as much infrastructure as possible before morning. It seems that... Yeah, Pierdoli. They're bringing in a goddamn tank column. What? It's been brought in from some bunker. They're currently on the street level, but if we don't act soon, they're likely to begin firing on the reactor. We need you down there now, Agent.
Standard RPG scenario. Get instructed to do something you've already done.
Yeah. Make your way to the streets and get rid of all those tanks at all costs, or we're fucked. So, okay. Because we happen to know that those tanks have been there the entire time. So that does explain why they're there. So now I don't understand how I'm expected to get rid of the tanks. I have gas grenades. I have puppeteer. Can I puppeteer a tank? Hold on. Wait just a goddamn second. Can I puppeteer a tank? I already checked all this, right? Yeah. Where was that elevator?
Were they supposed to be there from the start?
Well, that's the question, huh? I don't know what they expect me to do about them, other than puppeteer.
According to the story.
I suspect not, but nonetheless they are. I just wonder if that's, like, the devs didn't have it written so that they can add enemies to the... Well, I mean, they must be able to add enemies to the level, because they spawn more stuff in when I got that data packet. So it may well be just a bug.
Speaking of exploding into irradiated shit,
Playing into the trope that a nuclear reactor will explode when it's... Well, I mean, they do explode.
some people think there are good odds of that happening in the near future.
Really? How so? From what cause? Is it, reactors or...
Nuclear weapons.
Ah. Yeah? Man, Marie just can't throw at all, huh? Alright, does this accomplish anything? Absolutely not. Okay. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm supposed to do? You're supposed to go and get the anti-tank rifle and then use them to take out the tanks. Use it to take out the tanks, rather. So now we have to take that whole elevator ride all the way back. Okay. I don't care to talk to you. Put your gun on the phone. Da-da-da. Oh. Well, that was the wrong thing to say. Okay.
Is the weirdo's rifle an anti-material rifle?
Yeah, it's an anti-tank rifle. Anti-tank rifle. So I appear to have offended him somehow. So now we have to redo all that walking on pipes. I'm walking on pipes. Ooh. Does not feel good.
Insulted the waifu.
I guess so. You insult the waifu, you get quickscoped. Now, you read any good articles lately? You subscribe to any Substacks? It's kind of where I get most of my news these days. It's the probably the highest quality source of news information. You know, one day I think I want to use some of the techniques I invented at my last job to create, because news agencies started out as something more like private intelligence agencies, which also exist. You can, I guess you pay them a monthly fee. I'm sure it's absurdly expensive, and then you tell them, hey, I own an interest in this copper mine in Tanzania, and I live in this place. And then they act as your intelligence agency. Like, they collect information, and their job is to know what's going on in the world. And then when something relevant to you comes up, they tell you. And that's what news started out as. The mass media news is kind of the crap, poor people version of it.
The scam version.
Yeah. And then we get his potato 41. All right. Okay, so we have a couple shots for it, I think. So that's our tank killer. Now we just got to go find our tanks. Tanks, but no tanks. I already did that joke. Okay. There we go. Okay. Did that do it? Oh, that actually worked. I was honestly fully expecting it to just not work. But no. Okay, so that is what you're supposed to do. This, that's really linear.
Did you save?
Yes. Yes, I did. I made absolutely certain to. That's interesting. I was under the impression that the fuck? They're invisible now. Oh, this one's glitched and I can't kill it. Oh no, Okay. Well, we got it. Oh. Why have they all turned partially invisible? Why? Okay. Well, that got that one. Okay. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Okay, I guess I win. You receive a transmission. Good work. Holy shit, they fucking launched. I've held up my end of the deal. Where's the bunker? Aye, aye. You saved our asses, so I'll tell you this. There's an old research bureau tower a few miles from here. No one's breached it yet, though. Seems to swallow signals. Accessible by train? We've just authorized you a ticket. Come on back to the station for a drink or two. Your train will be waiting. Be careful, though. That tower's dangerous. All we know is that it connects to the bunker and the defense bureaus that operated there. Okay. Doobity-da-doo. All the way over here. And bam. And bam. Alright. Well, my voice is pretty worn out, so I think we're going to call it here for tonight. Oh, what's one last thing. First, we talked to our cactus. Yep, okay. And then we talked to the hallway weirdo. Hello, Marie. It's broken again. Cassia, it's not. I used it today. Why are you lying? Oh, Is it? You know, you can just talk to me. You don't have to make up a lie. Well, I was going to offer to fix it so that you could see me fix it. I've been getting better since you told me to. That's almost sweet. But I mean, you could have just showed me those radios you keep fixing. I would, but I don't want you to see my apartment. Why? I'm going in. It's the one behind you, right? Yeah? What? Please make yourself at home. I'll try. Ellipsis? It's not that bad. These are my radios. I'm trying to fix this one here, but it still just plays this one song. It's annoying. What's wrong with it? The antenna is... Wait. Marie, you're metal, right? Yes, in part. In your arms? Sure. Put your hand against the radio. Okay. Oh, Kerwal. That's incredible, Cassia. Do you want some tea? Sure. Is she going? Oh, man. Look at that pathfinding. Advanced AI. Don't go into my bedroom. Okay. I wasn't gonna. These are my books. I like to read inside. There's the rat. Inside sometimes, too. It's cool how there's a cable running into the bookshelf. Alright, I guess that's the whole scene. Alright, well, that's all for tonight. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.